What exactly? I mean, what do you use it for? Is it like a company mandated thing, or what have you gotten as far as your Twitter usage so far?
I was just introduced to Twitter by the Mountain, the network I work for the Mountain West Conference, and they wanted us to do some stuff on draft day with some of the Mountain West Conference guys, just some updates, and the more I started kind of looking at it, I was like, well, I think I need to hop on here more. You know, I had a good time kind of bumping into some old junior high friends and stuff on Facebook, and it's, I think, a little bit more productive because, you know, with the Gator updates or with Mountain West Conference updates. My brother coaches at USC now, and I got Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's a dang Twitter fool. He what is he? Tweet? You call him a tweeter? He's always tweeting. I mean, it's like he may have a little problem with it.
Every few hours.
Yeah, well, like at night too. I wake up and wait a minute, it's 3 there. He just, you know, and so, but I can see where, as a coach, you know, these high school kids, especially, you know, some of these younger kids that you can't always communicate with, you know, you almost kind of get a feel, because it was one thing, and I'll get back to the question of how I use it here in a second, I'm kind of jumping around, but whenever I would get a media guide when I was in high school and being recruited, I just loved all the pictures of the stuff I didn't know about yet, what the weight room looked like and some of the facilities, but just random pictures and guys just hanging out in the study center and stuff. And you almost kind of get that feel from Twitter when a coach updates what he's doing, what the team's doing, who came and spoke to the team, what the team watched for a pregame movie. You know, that's cool for kids. They feel like they're on the inside, and kids that have committed, maybe it makes them feel, what am I going to go through? So I think it's wonderful. I was actually talking to Tim Walton the other day, the softball coach here. I told him that he needs to get on this. We got to get on him. But for me, I just, you know, work-wise stuff that, you know, I want to read that article. You know, I want, you know, see what's going on with this guy, and just I'm kind of new to it, but I'm about to maybe turn into the Pete Carroll of Gators, so I may be tweeting a little bit too much here pretty soon.
I saw you left a message from Matt Laporta the other day, so I see you're kind of getting in touch with some of the other former Gators, so it's been a good way to kind of keep the community together, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Laporta's on there, and you know, it's cool I'm gonna follow him, and I know one day soon I'm gonna get on there and see that he's been called up, especially the way the Indians have started. They haven't had the best of starts, and just Laporta, what a great guy. You know, that's another guy. You talk about Tebow and just these wonderful guys, whether it's baseball or whatever out in the real world that are representing the Gator Nation well. Matt Laporta's definitely one of them.
Tim Tebow, I mean, once he's done here, how soon or when do you think they should retire his jersey? Should they let somebody else wear 15?
They don't have it hanging up yet. I go ahead and put it up after this practice. He is not only meant so much to the Gator Nation, he's just meant so much to college football. I mean, human beings. I mean, he's just such a wonderful, wonderful person. I feel so blessed to have been able to have played with Danny Warfel and be around such a great competitor and a great guy like him, and to have Timmy Tebow playing for my school. You know, the team that I love is just, I'm just so proud of these guys as a whole. Urban Meyer's done a great job not only putting good athletes on the field, but good people off the field, and Tim Tebow spearheads that charge, and I just think that, shoot, it's not a stretch by any means to say he's the greatest college football player that's ever played, and you know, I'm just excited to watch him here in his senior run, and I guess it'll go up soon enough. And they gave him the plaque over there, his big speech over after Ole Miss, so you know it'll happen. Shoot, I wouldn't put it past Urban. He knows how special he is. You know, he was just telling me that Bill Belichick came to, or I guess talked to him. He's coming to town this weekend. Said he's the best football player he's ever seen. I mean, you know, and Bill Belichick's seen some great ones in his day, and I just, what a great kid, what a great kid. I'm glad he's a Gator.
If you could take any player off of this team besides a guy like Tebow and put him on one of your teams there, who would you take?
I'd like to say Spikes, because I'm such a big fan of the linebackers. I enjoy watching the linebackers play, and I just respect the fact that he came back. You know, just loves college football and being a Gator. So I'd like to say Spikes, but you can't get much better than Aaron Hernandez. I mean, this guy, he doesn't really look like he'd be a world beater. You know, he doesn't look like the Tony Gonzalez is just going to run by everybody and go up. man, he makes it happen. He's a winner, and he's a scrapper, you know, and he's been through some hard times and has really fought through, and is a really good kid. And so I think Aaron Hernandez probably be a tight one, but a win over Spikes maybe.
What would Luther Ogle say about this year's team?
Luther Ogle. Oh, I can't talk about Luther Ogle anymore. I get in trouble. My wife made me put those shorts up. I can't wait. He'd be scared because Luther Ogle's a big Vol fan. You know, 22 deep coming back on defense, and Tebow and company. Aaron Hernandez, he wouldn't like those guys.
So Luther's retired.
Yeah.
Good deal. What's your favorite Brian Bosworth movie?
Well, Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Even though Eric Kresser was in one that was a lower budget movie. But I challenge anybody to watch Stone Cold and say that it's a bad movie. If you say it's a bad movie, you just don't like Brian Bosworth. I mean, you know, the Boz, man.